Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Introduction to That series. In this video, we are going to look at the numbers and the operations on numbers. So, to declare a number, we can use either the integer or the double to declare any number. So, you say int A is 10, int B is say 20, or we can say double C is equal to maybe 3.14. Okay, so the operations we can use on numbers. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then the modulo, which is finding the remainder. So we can say int D equals A plus B, and we print say addition, and we add. So forget this thing, we will talk about it later when we are doing strings. But to string is just a method that will convert a number which is an integer to its string format. Okay, so when we run this, we should get addition to be 30, which is true because 10 plus 20 is going to give you, that is the expression we have here, is going to give you a value, and we convert that value to a string and print it out. The reason why we are converting this to a string before we print it out is because we are adding it to a string. So it's called string concatenation, adding strings to form a bigger string. Okay, so we can do int A because maybe, let me do it B minus A, so everything remains positive. So we can just, let me print and say subtraction. So the same way, if we print this, we get the subtraction. So 20 minus 10, which is going to give you 10. Then we can do our multiplication. So I can say print, then I'll say multiplication. I'm going to say f.toString. Run this again. So let me clear the console and run this again. So we get multiplication to be 200. So we get 20 times 10, which is going to give us 200. And we have division. So I can say int G equal to B divided by A. But here you get an error. So what is going on? For division, if we divide 20 by 10, we are supposed to get an integer, but that returns a double, which is a 2.0. So I can change this to double and print and say division. And do G.toString. So if I run this again, I get the division, which is the 2.0, So it returns a point O, which is a double, not an integer. Okay, so what if you don't want your code to return a double, but you want just the integer part of this? You can either round it or you can convert it to an integer. So I can change this to an int and surround this in an open braces and add a dot to int keyword, which is going to convert this into an integer. So when I run this and check, it's going to give me 2, which is an integer that has been converted into a string here. But then I'd really suggest you either round it or you use this method, but it's really cool to leave it in as a double. If you wish, you can just also change this to s dot round. So this is also going to return the same integer, which is going to be 2. Okay, so that is how the division works. And you can find the modulo. So modulo okay, so the modulo is a remainder of dividing any two numbers. So if I divide 20 by 10, what is the remainder? In this case, I'm supposed to get a 0. So if I run this code again, I get modulo to be 0, because if you divide 20 by 10, you get a 0 as a remainder, because they are both even numbers. Alright. However, if I want to get a value, I can say, since I don't know the data type of the value I'll be getting, I can do var remainder. So I'm dividing by c, finding the modulo, and I'll print and say remainder. And we do remainder.string. So when I run this, I get a double, which is 1.599. So that is the modulo. When you divide 20 by 3.14, the modulo is this value. Alright, so basically that is numbers, and then what you can do with numbers. Okay, so again, this code will be added to the previous one. So on my GitHub page, I'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Refer to it if need be. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you, and see you in another video.